here is the situation. It's been many years now that I've wanted to actually get a van and convert it into a camper, but my better half, she's not 100% into it. She likes the idea of getting the rad photos at sunrise, and in order to do that, you need to be at the destination, and it's a lot better to already be there than to wake up at 2 or 3 in the morning and actually drive somewhere. So she likes the idea, but she's not 100% convinced that she'll actually like the whole van life situation. So I took it upon myself to actually make a little pseudo or faux camper conversion in the Subaru. Now I know it's not going to be nearly the same as actually having a full built out van, but she can get a little taste of this and see if she will like it. Here, let's look what we have. The great thing about this is that this actually lays out completely straight across. It's 42 by 72 long, and it comes, or doesn't come, I actually built it into 3 sections, and what I'll do right now is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to set it up for you. Now keep in mind, I am going to be staining this, and there is a rug that I'm going to put on top as well as a mattress. So let's just say this is going to be video 1 of this build. But here we go. I mean, it pretty much is already built out. Now it's just going to be the fine tuning of everything. But let me convert this for you. So what I'm doing right here is I am just pulling down these front seats. And after I have these front seats pulled down, this simply just slides back. There we go. And what I did right here was there's a bit of an overlap right here, which once I go back over to that camera, I'll bring it forward and you can see where it overlaps. So it overlaps, and I have 2 pins to lock it in. So that's that section right here. Now with this section, I have 4 hinges going across for this headboard section. Now this is reinforced. It has support right here, and it has support right here. And underneath this section right here, I have the head support for up top. All right, here we are. I brought the camera in a bit closer so that you can see this, what I was talking about with the overlap. So what I did was I extended this bottom support beam further out than this top platform. That way, this right here can slide right on top. And then what I have is I have a carriage bolt that I just put in there on both sides to make sure that this is nice and sturdy. All right, now for the support up front, here's what I was talking about. So underneath we have these 2 pieces of support. Now they were a bit flimsy, so I did reinforce them with a 2x6 underneath. And speaking of measurements, I'll have all the measurements in the description box below. Also, in regard to the measurements, the back cargo area is actually 10 inches high, and I did that specifically so that you could actually fit a piece of carry-on luggage underneath as well. I mean, just for a general reference as well as anything else underneath. All right, so there's that. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to show you what I have in regard to the support for the head area. All right, now when we get into the head support, I have 2 pieces of plywood 27 inches high, along with this 8.5 2x6 that I'm going to put right up front. And how I have it set up is in the middle of this board right here, there's 2 pinholes so that I can put this through the board and go directly into this 2x6. I'll zoom in the camera and I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. Hopefully you can see this. Here are the 2 holes that I was talking about. So what I have is you put in these pins right here. You grab the 2x6 that's 8.5 inches tall. At least, I mean, that's the measurement for my car. And let's see here. Find the holes right here, and you just simply put the pins into the hole, and you set it down on this middle console right here. Now with those 27-inch pieces of plywood, you go ahead and you put them, just slide it up underneath. I don't even know if you can see me right now, but, and then the other one's right here. Just slide it up underneath. Boom. And we are done. So yeah, and one other thing that I didn't mention as far as with this, it's a 2017 Subaru Forester. I have both of the seats all the way up and the incline is all the way forward as well. So there's enough room. I think I have about probably 3/4 of an inch before the wood touches the seat, which brings to mind one other thing. You need to make sure if you have this in the 3 sections, you need to make sure that this is short enough to where you can actually fold it up and it doesn't hit this. I did initially, I think I had this set at 73 inches, the total length at 73 inches, and I can't remember what the dimension was. I think it was initially 23, but I actually backed it down to either 20 inches or 21 inches. I'll go ahead, I'll put that in the video. But moral of the story, make sure that this section right here is short enough to where when you fold it, it doesn't hit this top right here. Now I'm gonna go ahead and fold this back up for you and show you how easy it is. And I'll go ahead, I'll start right now. So all I'm gonna do is simply lift this up. These come out right here. You just put these in the back with the support beams. And then you take these out right here, boom. Reach out to the other side. So those were the pins that I had in both sides. You lift this up right here, bing, and simply slide it back. Voila. Now, a couple things to keep in mind. We're actually, one specifically is the height of the storage area underneath. I, for one, and my better half, we carry a ton of stuff around. Photo, video, whether it be camping, hiking, surf, biking. So we need the extra room. So that's why we opted to go with the 10 inches tall, but you don't have to do that. You can go, I think 3 inches, and that'll give you, it'll go over that hump, which brings up a very good point. The reason why I built this flat platform is because with this Subaru Forester, there's a hump right in the middle, and it's just enough to make it very uncomfortable if you're trying to sleep flat. So that's why I put together this little conversion. Now also, when it comes to the section lengths, or this section, I guess, measurements, so it's 42 inches all the way across going down. Now I've seen other people where they'll do 42 right here because that's the width of in between the wheel wells, and you can actually make it wider in the middle section and the head section. But I didn't want to do the extra work, so I did 42 wide all the way across, and my final measurement all the way down for lengthwise was 72 inches. And so for the foot area, it's 23 inches. For the midsection, it's 29 inches, and for the head area is 20 inches. Now, initially, I think it was all the way up to 23 inches, but I had to take back 3 inches actually, so that the head portion could actually fold over without getting stuck up top. And again, this is probably going to be the first of a couple videos because I'm still going to sand this, stain it, in addition to also put a rug on top along with bedding, and we'll see if I do something crafty with lightings or whatnot. I'm sure she'll have some ideas. Also, if you have any ideas, if you've actually done a conversion yourself and you have any tips or tricks for myself or the rest of the community, please let us know. And I guess that's gonna do it for today. And as always, I hope that you found this video helpful, perhaps intriguing. If you did, please go ahead and give this a thumbs up and maybe even subscribe. Till next time, peace. We out.